Hi guys, and welcome to another video of mine. This time I'm gonna be doing a personal top 10 favorite anime list of all time, just for the heck of it. This isn't any subscriber milestone special, even though it could have been one, but I just decided to make this video on the fly. Nothing special about this one, it's just my favorite anime list of all time. Also, this is just an anime list, so no manga is gonna be on here, so no Berserk, no One Punch Man amongst other series that are better for their manga counterparts. I've also watched quite a bit of anime throughout my weeb life, so if your favorite anime isn't on this list, it definitely doesn't mean that I dislike it or hate it or anything, it just didn't make it on the list. Now finally jumping onto the list, at number 10 we have Your Lie in April. Might be a slightly normie pick for a number 10, but I'm not really shy about truthfully saying my top anime list. Your Lie in April is a romance high school drama about our main boy Kosei. He's a pianist who got out of playing piano because of his terrible mother, and throughout this anime he tries to find his way to piano once more. I personally didn't cry at the ending. I heard that a lot of people found the ending to be predictable, but to me, the anime was more about the journey, not the destination. From what I understand, this might be a bit more normie pick for a number 10 spot, but as a wise man once said, it is what it is. At number 9 we have Hunter x Hunter. This anime is undoubtedly one of the greatest adventure battle shonen of all time, and there's barely any competition in sight. Nen has to be one of, if not the greatest power system in all of anime ever. It has some of the best villains in all of anime as well, with Hisoka being one of my favorite characters of all time. The lack of an ending is the only downside to this series, and also, I wasn't a huge fan of every single arc in the series, but the ones that were amazing made it up for all the downsides that I could think of, plus the two best arcs in the series, York-New and Chimera End, make up at least the half of the series. I also wasn't a big fan of Gon as the character at the beginning of it, but he isn't the only main character in the show. I wouldn't say that this anime is perfect, but for every downside, there's at least one or two things to make up for it. At number 8 we have Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. I know that FMA in this day and age gets a lot of crap, but everything in this goddamn anime makes so much sense. The power system is clean, the ending is clean, the politics are clean, everywhere you look, there is some level of perfection. I understand that this anime might be slightly overhyped by some, especially on my anime list. I don't think that this is the best anime of all time, and it's also not my absolute favorite as you can see, but I don't really mind the crazy hype around it. There also wasn't any character that I straight up disliked. Everyone in the series had some impact on the story in one way or another. By the end of it, everything got concluded and there weren't any ass-pulls involved. At number 7 spot we have Mob Psycho 100. Mob has to have one of the most relatable casts in all of anime. The power system might seem a bit too arbitrary, so it lacks the complexities of Nen from Hunter x Hunter, or Alchemy from FMA, which already were on the list, but I don't think that this takes away from any of the greatness this anime has. This series has also some of the best philosophies in all of anime. What I mean by that is, in Mob, everyone has something that they are good at and something that they lack at. And you can see some of them being in a way jealous of that with each other. They don't hate each other because of it. You can tell that nobody in this anime is perfect, but it's not about being perfect or better than anyone, it's about being the best version of yourself. Number 6 is Code Geass. This anime is a political masterpiece. This anime is filled with hype left and right, I don't even know where to start. It is one of the best mecha anime for sure, even though in the beginning the creators weren't planning Code Geass to be a mecha anime. Aside from Lelouch and Suzaku, it doesn't really have a strong cast of characters like some of the other previous anime that were already on this list before Code Geass, but I think this show got carried by Lelouch quite well. It is also probably the best ending in all of anime for sure. I don't think this series needed any of the reboot stuff because of how it ended. I never watched any of the movies or the continuations or whatever they are doing with the new stuff, but the original Code Geass I have at number 6. Number 5 is Vinland Saga. This anime features one of the greatest revenge stories, even though the revenge is not even the point in this one. It features one of the greatest character developments in any anime or manga that I have seen. Thorfinn, the main character, goes through all of the stages of life that someone can go through, from a clueless child to a revenge-filled kid all around to an empty character to a massive giga chat. All of the anime on this list beforehand had a great cast of characters, and Vinland Saga is no exception to that. Thors, Canute, Thorken and Askeladd just in the first season are some of the most well-written characters I have seen. Also, the anime has adapted the best part of the manga, that's also why the series is so high up on the list. Number 4 is Gintama. This anime is by far my favorite cast in all of anime that I've watched without a shadow of a doubt. It is also every single genre you can put in an anime, but it doesn't feel forced at all. Gintama definitely isn't perfect. It is a mixed bag for me as well as for other people. If you were to ask me, I never thought that the first 100 episodes were boring at all. I always thought that Gintama was kinda funny, at least a little bit, so I went through it pretty easily. I would definitely not watch it if I didn't like it for the first 100 episodes. Nothing much to add to this one. I know that Gintama as well as FMA might feel a bit overrated for some because of the slower start, but I guarantee this anime is worth your time. At number 3 spot we have the Monogatari series, featuring Senjugahara, aka the only anime woman that can step on me. Monogatari is a supernatural paranormal anime, as the internet say, and it's about our main dude here, Araragi, who is a half vampire. Through several tales involving demons and gods, the main story follows our main dude Araragi as he attempts to help those who suffer from supernatural maladies. In Monogatari, the dialogue is probably the most prevalent aspect of the show, since it's a light novel adaptation. It has one of the best dialogues I've ever seen in any anime ever, and that's why it deserves number 3 spot on the list. Number 2 is Shinsekai. This anime is full of mystery and it's an absolutely amazing story with themes about our society. The story is centered around these school kids set in a utopian society that has these psychic powers. This anime may have some weak spots sprinkled around here and there. The start might be a bit slow for some people and a lot of characters weren't really all that great or likable, but as a whole package this anime really stands out to me, and that's why this anime deserves the number 2 spot. Shinsekai is a great suspense show that I can't recommend enough. Before we jump right into my number 1 favorite anime of all time, let's just go through a small list of honorable mentions. First honorable mention we have Death Note, a series that was unfortunately fumbled by the last third of the show, that's why it's not on this list. Next honorable mention is Attack on Titan. This might be a bit controversial pick for an honorable mention depending on who you ask because of the ending. Next mention is Sword of the Stranger, a great samurai movie that no one really seemed to watch, so I definitely recommend that. Another mention is Magi, a great fantasy battle shonen full of politics, and it has a great battle system as well. Unfortunately there is no season 3 for Magi yet, but let's just hope. Next honorable mention we have Fate Zero. I'm not really a huge fan of the Fate franchise, but I do like Fate Zero a lot. Next honorable mention is Cyberpunk Edge Runners. I've made a video on that one, so you can definitely check it out on my channel. And for the last honorable mention we have Baccano. It's a pretty short anime with one of the best storytellings I have seen in almost anything really. Now with all the honorable mentions out of the way, let's just get to my number 1 favorite anime of all time, which is Katanagatari. This anime is about our main MCs Shichiga and Togame, a couple set on a mission to find 12 special swords that were smitten by this special swordsmith, and now they are on a mission to gather all of them. The main character Shichiga has this special sword fighting technique where he uses his body as a weapon. I have no idea why they just didn't call it martial arts, but sure, I guess. It is 12 episodes long, with each episode being 50 minutes long, and they managed to gather each of the 12 swords by the end of each episode. But it doesn't feel formulaic at all because of how great it is. It has also one of the best endings in all of anime as well. Katanagatari is my favorite anime of all time. Hope you enjoyed watching this list, and until next time, see ya later.